Hello twin flames, thank you for being here, for liking, subscribing and all the amazing comments and feedback you leave me. It means the world, as you know, and if you are new to the channel, welcome, subscribe, join our family because we're here for you every day. And it's the summer solstice today, it's the 21st of June, it's very powerful. The next few days is going to be a period of deep reflection, finding answers, finding you, moving into the full moon on Thursday, which is bringing with it a powerful shift. And that's when a doorway is beginning to open. It's opening now to move you where you're meant to be. And this was really shown to me in such a powerful way last night that I want to share this with you. And this is why I'm wearing this necklace today. Members will already know why I'm wearing this necklace today. So I've got a lot to talk about with you today. So let's do this. So we're going to talk about the summer solstice and what this energy means for your connection with your twin. We're going to use some visuals for this as well. And then we're going to use some cards. So I'm going to bring in today the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot, one of my favourite tarot decks. And we're going to honour our beautiful soul sister, Bridget. And I'm going to honour Bridget today in two ways. We're going to use her cards for this reading today. And then later on, I'm going to do a very powerful pick a pile from the masculine energy, and we're going to use her cards too. And if I get time, I may do a divine feminine message too. So this is going to be a long one, so strap in for the ride. So the summer solstice, what does this mean? Well, as you can see here, it's a time of beginnings, and June is a time of new love, and July is a time of forward motion. So what does new love mean? It means new things to love. New things about your life to love, improvements in the relationships you're already in, a rebirth energy, changes, so it feels new again, it feels reborn, it feels fresh. And this is really what June is, because June is the energy of springtime. And when it's springtime, things bloom up, things grow, things happen. And July is always connected with the Chariot. And the Chariot is about movement, taking back power, things moving forward, a lot of forward motion and change. So things are happening now. This is a great period of change in communication, changes in separation, things moving where they're meant to be. So you'll feel this energy. You're going to feel excitement. You may be going through ascension right now, feeling this in your physical body temple, experiencing pains or aches or, growth spurts because you're feeling it in your mind because you're expanding, and so is your twin. So the angels are saying that from now, and we've gone into Cancer energy today, the 21st, and it's the summer solstice today. So from the Cancer energy, which begins today on the 21st of June, as I record this in real time, until the Leo energy ends on the 22nd of August, there is a door that's open. It's like there is a portal open to lead you where you're meant to be. So there's going to be a lot of changes at this time, karmic endings, shifts, things becoming clearer, strength coming in, emotions heightened, psychic awareness, resilience, endurance and power to get things done, to complete projects, cycles, to move out of one way of living, to bring in a new one, to get things done. And I'm going to show you this in a visual. So last night, my twin flame George, he just did something pretty powerful. And it was a real sign for me about the Divine Masculine Collective. Because every now and again he'll do something and I'll just tap in directly with what the masculines are going through at this time. He may not even be aware that he's showing this to me, but he always does. So during our house move, when we moved a few weeks ago, as you know, two of my necklaces got tangled up in one of my mum's earrings. Because for members, I use my mum's earrings for the pick-a-piles. Got a big jar full of them. And one of the earrings got tangled up with this necklace and another one. And George actually bought me this necklace for Christmas. So I got him out and I thought, I really want to wear that necklace. And it was tangled up unlike anything I've ever seen. And it seemed like there was no way we could untangle this. And sometimes in the connection, you will feel like there's no light at the end of the tunnel, that you can't untangle this. You don't know how. and the universe will always find a way. So last night I was kind of messing about with these necklaces, trying to untangle them, and I couldn't see a way out. So I asked the angels for help. I said, angels, please help me to untangle these necklaces. And I started trying, wasn't really getting anywhere. And George walked into the room and he said, what are you doing? And I showed him and he picked it up and he just started trying to untangle it. 5 hours later, he did it. Okay? 5 hours later. So what is this showing about the masculine? Resilience, staying power to complete a task, to get something done, focus, determination. And I've written these down because he showed me last night that he's determined. And this is what the masculines are. Okay, I've got some visuals to show you here. The masculines are determined to get this done. The masculines are determined to untangle everything they've tangled themselves up into to reach union with you. They are determined to release themselves from karmic binds or struggles or anything that seems to be holding them back. They are determined to find a solution to the problem. And when they do this, they go within. Now, George pretty much didn't let me anywhere near him for those 5 hours. Okay, he put a light on his phone and he illuminated the necklaces and he sat there in complete silence. He didn't move for the entire time because he was focused on what he was doing and he had self-discipline. And when the masculines do this, the feminines can take it very personally because they seem to be ignoring you or they seem to be busy with other things or distracted. But really what he's doing is he's finding an answer or a solution to a problem. He's processing things within himself. He's gone within. It's like they disappear into a cave or, like the man shed or the man cave, because that's the masculine way, whether they're a man or a woman. If they are in that energy, that's what they are doing. And it's really powerful as we were transforming because all over the world, it comes in at different times. So it may have been the summer solstice yesterday for, Australia and New Zealand and places like that. And, here in the UK, it's the 21st today. So it was the transition period. So as we're moving into this energy of the summer solstice, which is all about reflection and preparation, getting ready to get things done, to move things forward, then he was completely focused on this task. And it was showing me that the masculines right now are completely focused on this task. Self-discipline. So he disciplined himself. Okay, that means he wasn't paying attention to anyone else or anything else, including me, to finish what he'd started, to get this done, to sort this out. And that's a sign of endurance. So you may not think your masculine is doing the work, but behind the scenes, they are getting it done. They are enduring things. They are resilient and strong, capable. I could not have sat there for 5 hours untangling those necklaces because I didn't have the patience. So as a divine feminine, we learn patience. So the masculines right now are very powerful because they're determined to do this. They're determined to change their lives. They want to change their lives. They want to get this done. They want to find a solution. They're disciplining themselves. That's why they go quiet. That's why they go silent. That's why they go within. That's why they can ghost you or not respond to you or sometimes even block you, because they are disciplining themselves to sort it out, to work it out in their own minds. And they endure the pain. They endure the journey and they are strong and resilient. And sometimes they put barriers up so they get it done. And that's what he was doing last night. He was showing that to me. So I was kind of looking at him. I was missing him a little bit, thinking, well, okay, he's gone within. He's doing what he needs to do. Okay. And he said to me, I'm doing this for you. Okay. Now, he wasn't, because he decided to do it for himself. It was something he chose to do. He chose to pick up those necklaces and untangle them. He wanted to do that. That was something he chose to do. But he said, I'm doing this for you. Okay? So the masculine is doing this for the divine feminine. The masculine is doing it for you, even if you can't see that or you don't understand that. from the masculine's perspective, they are doing this for you. So feminines, during that time, we must be patient. Whether it takes them 5 hours, 5 months, 5 days, 5 years to untangle their stuff, okay? Patience is needed. So last night I was very patient, and I was also very giving, which means I gave him the time he needed to do his thing. Okay, and we were, we had plans. We were meant to be watching something, we're starting to watch Prison Break, which is also a big sign of the masculines breaking free from things. Maybe that's a sign for you if your twin is in prison or is breaking free from something they see as a prison, like a karmic bind or situation. So I was very giving. So I understood that we had these plans, but I was being flexible. And I was being adaptable and patient and calm, because I know that's the energy of 2021. In the year of the ox, I know that that's how things will become stronger and better. And that's how we build bonds. So I was very giving. So I gave him the time he needed without questioning it. I gave him the space he needed. So what I did, I went to the computer and I started to get creative. So when we feel ignored by our divine masculine in any way, okay, this is just, give me fear there, or you're going into fear. They're giving me, this feeling of fear or anxiety. When you go through this, whether they're ignoring you for 2 minutes or 5 hours or 5 years, wherever you're going through, get creative. It's a time for you to give back to yourself by giving them space, giving them that quiet time, what they need to get things done. So I went to the computer and I got creative, and I got cards all over the desktop, because I'm creating about 5 decks of cards right now. And obviously with the move, I've had to kind of delay things a little bit. So I got all these cards all over the desktop, and I thought, I need to sort this out, because there's no kind of direction there. I can't see what I've got. So I started putting them into folders on, makeplaincards.com, and I started getting things organized. So when the masculines are busy, okay, when they are distracted or they seem to be ignoring you, it's a time for the feminine to get busy with her own stuff, to get creative, to work on your talents, your goals, your dreams. And, it feels so much better today knowing that I got all of that organized. I've woke up feeling fresh and excited about the future. So when you're allowing them space, and when you're busy with you and getting creative with you and doing your thing, it shows trust to the divine masculine. And not only trust to the divine masculine, but trust to the universe and the journey. Trusting the plan. Trusting that all is well, that this journey is protected and you are safe. And that's why we see signs. You may see rainbows. You may see spiders. That's why I've worn spider earrings today. Because they are orange, so they do match this as well and this. But spiders are connected with universal force and universal power. And whether you love spiders or you hate them, when you see them, whether it be in your physical world or your virtual world, they are showing you that they are protecting you through the universal power. Same when you see the number 2, 22, 222, 22, 22. It's a sign of universal power. To trust the universe, because the universe has got your back. There is a plan. And when you feel that your masculine is blocking you, ghosting you, ignoring you, or behaving in that way, they are really processing and finding answers. So when you trust, you show that you believe, okay, that you believe in the connection, that you believe in the power of love, that you believe. And somebody said to me, what's the difference between expectation on this journey and letting go? I get confused. How can I let go if I expect it? And the difference is when we expect, when we have an expectation, that's when we ask for what we want. Okay? When we expect it, we ask for it. We intend it. Okay, we're expecting it a certain way, so we are asking for it a certain way. When we let go, we trust the universe to bring it in whatever way it needs to be. So that's the belief. And we all know that in the law of attraction, we ask, we believe, and then we receive. So when we believe, we are letting go. We are trusting. We've done the asking. We've set the intention. We've set that expectation of what we want. And somewhere within ourselves, we know that we will receive it. So the letting go is the believing. The letting go is surrender. Letting go of the struggle, not trying to force it or make it happen a certain way, even if you have that expectation. It's about trusting that God has a plan, that there is a bigger picture, to think outside of the box, that the universe is on it and has your back. And that when you receive, and then when you receive, it's when you know. It's that knowingness that all is well. And that's something that you feel on the journey, something you feel which is real. You feel it within yourself and you know the truth because you're observing things with fresh eyes. You're seeing things with the eyes of love. You are understanding your power and your strength. And you are noticing the signs, the synchronicities, the things that show you this is real. And that's what I did. So I left George to it. I got busy with me and he untangled the necklaces. He did what he'd set out to do through sheer determination. Very powerful. And that's the message coming in, that the masculines have staying power to get things done. You know, they have staying power to complete a project. Even if you can't see it happening behind the scenes, it absolutely is. So let's see what the energy is then for this day. So we're going to go back to basics, okay? And we're going to do a message for the feminine, a message for the masculine, and a message for the journey today. So we're going to use the Radiant Rider Waite Tarot. So let's get cards for the feminine today. Cards for the feminine. I feel it's these ones. Cards for the divine masculine. There we go. And cards for the journey today. Okay, cards for the journey. Thank you, angels. And we get that one on the top. There's two jumping on the top. So we've got feminine, masculine, and journey. And then we're going to use the Divine Essentials, which is Bridget Rowe Beautiful Souls deck. Okay, so this is Bounded Souls. I always say Beautiful Souls, okay, but it's Bounded Souls or Bonded Souls. I think it's Bounded Souls. And you've got Beautiful Swan on the front, signifying the Divine Feminine. So what do we need to know, please, angels, for the Divine Feminine? There we go. For the Divine Masculine, straight out the deck there. And for the journey, what do we need to know? For the journey, thank you. So let's pick up the ones that fell down for the feminine. Just check there's no more under the table. There we go. And then we're going to use the Love Journey by Bridget Rowe as well. This is a beautiful deck. So what do we need to know for the Divine Feminines today? What do we need to know for the Divine Feminines today? What do we need to know for the Divine Masculine today? Thank you, angels, and for this amazing journey. Wow. Powerful, okay? Powerful, powerful, powerful. Okay, next one. We're going to use the beautiful Divine Essentials Bridget Rowe Soul Purpose Oracle. So what soul purpose is happening right now for the Divine Feminines? I feel it's that one. For the Divine Masculines, wow, look how these are coming out the deck here. And for the journey, what's the soul purpose of the journey right now for summer solstice? And then we're going to use the Journey of Love by Bridget Rowe. And these are the union cards, okay? So what do we need to know for the feminines, for the Divine Masculines, and for the journey? Wow, okay, for the journey, two cards there. And then later on, I'm going to do a pick a pile and we're going to bring in some powerful messages. So let's see what's going on. So we're going to start with the masculine energy because I really feel the masculine energy today as we move forward. This is going to be the next few days up until this full moon. It's going to be a time of reflection, okay, working things out, setting things in motion. So if your masculine seems to be quiet over the next few days, remember, don't take it personally, get creative and go back. If you're still unsure or you're still in fear, go back and watch the reading I've just done, the first part of this message today, because that's about what to do, how to act if they are behaving that way. Because when the full moon comes in, it's about staying power and getting things done and moving things forward and change. Dynamic change, very powerful with this full moon in Capricorn. So the energy around the masculine, look at this, we've got the King of Swords. And the King of Swords is someone who's dealing with their head, okay? Someone who's dealing with logic, someone who's trying to work things out, someone who's trying to find answers, to find a solution to a problem. And this person can seem to be indifferent when they're doing this. So this is the real kind of energy that I've just talked about the masculine right now. Resilient, strong, determined, to get things done, working it all out. Your masculine could be an air sign, but this is more things are up in the air. So if things feel up in the air between you and your twin, if he's being distant or silent, it's because he's working it out. And he's going through a resurrection. He's going through a healing. He's going through, this energy of change where he's getting back up on his feet. He's working out what he's done. He knows he's hurt you, he's knocked you down, but he's also hurt himself. So now is the time to get up. This is why it's a period of reflection, because he's got to kind of lick his wounds and sort it out. We've got, what are you hiding? The secrets. So the secrets that he may be hiding, which could be his feelings for you, it could be what he's doing in his physical world, what he needs to change. He's bringing that up to the surface. So secrets are being revealed. Okay, so if you feel he's hiding something from you, he's working that out. What he's hiding from you is, how he truly feels and what he needs to say to you and express to you. So the secret is his love for you. And the secret is that the law of attraction is working behind the scenes to move this forward. Like the secret, okay? The power of the universe moving this where it's meant to be. Look at this. Willing to fight for this love with or without you. Why? Because he is a warrior. He's resilient. He's strong. He's a fighter. He's saying to you, I'm willing to fight for this love. I'm willing to get this done. Like George untangling that necklace for 5 hours. Okay? So the masculines are willing to get this done, to fight for this connection, to untangle themselves from things. And the saying opposites attract. And I feel this is a big sign about anyone who's struggling with some kind of opposition. That could be the age gap. So if you feel that you are miles away from each other because of the age gap, and you're thinking, is he ever going to accept it? Especially if he's the younger one, okay? Is he or she ever going to accept this age gap? Or, if they've always been involved in straight relationships and you are a same-sex couple and they're trying to get their head around that and work that out. This is about opposites attracting. If there's a religious difference or a cultural belief that seems to be in the way, something that seems to be dividing you, opposites attract. And this is showing this to you. And I really feel this. This is kind of like the masculine saying, I understand that we belong, no matter what seems to be in the way, no matter what seems to be illusion. It is illusion. So this is showing you that you will be together and that you are also attractive right now to each other. Opposites attract. They give me magnets. Magnetic love. Coming back together, being drawn and guided back together. And even if it seems that you are total opposites, you attract. You're coming together. My love will rise through coldest of times. So what this is saying to you is, when he's being cool, okay, when he's being cold, when he's being distant, when he's silent, that's when the most healing is happening. My love will rise through the coldest of times. So the coldest of times doesn't mean physically like there's snow on the ground or it's cold. It means when he's being distant, when there's separation, when he's being cool with you. That's when his love rises, because that's when it heals. In the silence is when all the healing happens. So he's saying, if I'm being cold with you, I am finding this love. I'm finding the answers. I'm doing the best for you. Like George was doing those, he was untangling the necklaces and he may have seemed to be cold with me. I even went up to him and I said, why don't you just leave it for today? Let's carry on watching Prison Break. And he was like, no, I'm doing this for you, And I was like, in my head, I was thinking, well, no, you're doing it for you. I haven't asked you to do this. This is something you're doing for you. So you have to understand, you have to think outside the box. And what he needed in that moment was for me to leave him alone. Okay, maybe he really wanted to watch Prison Break and he really wanted to stop messing with the necklaces, but he was determined to do it and get it done. So he didn't need me bugging him at that time. And this feather, and this is a flower, okay? This is a bud of a flower, but they're showing it me as a beautiful kind of pinky purpley feather is connected with Archangel Jeremiah, saying to you, no matter what's going on, you are on the right path. And we've also got Earth Keeper. You have been sent to protect Mother Earth. So I also feel this is about the masculines protecting the divine feminine. Okay, this could be for someone watching connected with environmentalism. So, maybe your masculine loves the outdoors, protects the outdoors, is really into conserving energy or conserving the environment or protecting the environment. But Mother Earth is connected with the Empress, which is the divine feminine. And he's saying he's been sent to the earth to protect the divine feminine. That's why the masculine is here to protect you. And sometimes the masculines protect the divine feminine by being quiet, by being distant, by being cool, by being silent. Why? Because that's how they protect you from that lower energy when they need to sort things out. That's why they're keeping you sometimes at an arm's length. And we've got 38 karma. What have we done? So he's also dealing with all the barbed wire, all the things that prickle on the way, that hold things back. So the 3 is about faith and the 8 is about abundance. So things are moving together, and I'm really seeing there as well, have faith in what's coming. Because 8 is connected with August and the Leo energy, and remember the portal is open. What have we done? So this is the masculine obviously working it all out, finding answers, working out what this connection is and what needs to change. And they're giving me fear there. So that barbed wire is also like the fear, created in the mind. And they're giving me that there. So they're working through all this right now. Very powerful. So for the feminine, you may feel like you're carrying around their burdens. You may feel burdens. You may be having back pain right now, neck pain right now. You may be feeling shoulder pain or aches like you're carrying around this cross. You may feel humped over, because you're just thinking, can I go on? And what I'm really seeing in this card here is, again, don't give up. So even though the 9 of Wands, is the don't give up card, I'm feeling it in here. Don't give up. You were supported. Take a rest. It's okay. So this is about the feminine taking a breather. Take a breather to get your energy back, to get your breath back, to take stock of where you are, because, you are the Queen of Pentacles. So the masculine is coming up as the Queen, well, not the Queen, but the King of Swords. And you're coming up as the Queen of Pentacles. Very powerful, very strong, very focused, determined. You know what you want. This is like single energy too. So this is feminine freedom. So remember, enjoy your freedom. Even if you're in a karmic situation, you know that you are kind of living separate lives. So you're enjoying you and your freedom. So this is saying enjoy your freedom, focus on you and let go. So very powerful energy for the feminine. Again, very, very similar to the message we've just done at the beginning of the reading. Because remember, it's not just about the cards. And what the energy here is, let go. Don't chase, don't run. Give them what they need. Be giving, be trusting, believing in the knowingness of the power of the love. And see this as a time for you to get focused on what you want and do things that you want to do. And we've got the beauty. I finally see my own worth. So divine feminine, everything that's happening on this journey is teaching you about your self-worth, who you are. And you're in your power here because you realise that nobody compares to you, that nothing can change their love for you, and that you are safe. And the message is, I finally see my own worth. So you're coming into your power because you're realising your own worth and that you are valuable and that you are strong, and the masculine knows it. And we've got here, it's so dark and lonely without you. So, you may be missing them. You may feel it's dark without them. You may feel it's lonely without them. But you're also realizing that you can do this, that you have the power, that you are a warrior of love and you are strong. So I know it's hard, but love is patient and love is kind. And love does not demand its own way. So that's again about releasing expectation. How do you do that? By letting go. Letting the universe step in, surrender. So it doesn't mean you let go of that expectation. The expectation is visualizing the end result. It's not of how it should be. So if you think it needs to be a certain way, or he needs to message you by a certain date, or he needs to tell you a certain thing, you're always going to get disappointed, because it's that kind of expectation that leads to pain. But when you just know you will be, and you just trust it will happen and you believe, then you don't get disappointed, because you open the doorway for change and you allow things to happen, and you're flexible about it. You're adaptable about it. You allow things to be. So you're saying here, I know it's lonely without you, but I have my own stuff to do. It may feel lonely without you, but that's because separation is illusion. And I'm realizing now that we are one, that we are whole, that we are never apart. And the more you focus on your dreams and your goals and your creativity, like me focusing on what I was doing last night, the time flew. And then everything's okay again. And we've also got, look at this, say something. The silence, okay? And you've got those beautiful kind of two swans there. So again, you may not be together physically right now, but you are walking the path or kind of in the lake together. You're in the same vast area of water. You're in the same ocean or the same lake or pond. So this is saying in the silence, you may say, masculine, say something. You may really want them to open up to you. You may really want them to message you or contact you or spend time with you, but they need that time. Last night George didn't want me near him because he was focused on a task. And that task, even though he was untangling a necklace, was really, an analogy of what the masculines are doing. They're untangling themselves from their own 3D world and the things they need to work out and do. So, it wasn't productive of me to get him to communicate with me at that time because he needed space. And then when he was ready, he came up to bed. Okay? Because in the end, I had to go to bed and leave him, and I was on talking to members and stuff. So, this is what happens. We have to let go. So in the silence, if you're saying, say something, why are you being quiet? You're being reminded to have patience and trust and to understand why he's being silent. We've got, I'll keep you warm. And you're saying to your masculine, I'll keep you warm. I am the sun. I am the light. I am the power and the strength. And your masculine knows that too, that you are the warmth. And I feel this is like you're saying, I'll keep the bed warm. I'll wait for you. I'm not going anywhere. Like I did with George, it's fine, whenever you're ready, come to bed, or, I'll keep the bed warm for you. And that's what you're doing. You're keeping the light on. They're giving me the song by Belinda Carlisle, Leave the Light On. Darling, leave the light on for me. So leave that light on for your twin. And we've got automatic writing, channel through writing, decode frequency, deliver messages and teachings from spirit. What a powerful message. So your sole purpose right now is to channel through what you're writing. That means write gratitude, write your thoughts down, your emotions, decode frequency. So remember that when you write down, you get through pain and fear. In other words, if you're struggling with something, write it all down. If you've got any bad feeling about anything on this journey, you're feeling pain about what your twin's done to you, or how the karmic partner makes you feel, or, anything that's happening, write it down and get your emotions down. And then get all the pain out and then turn it into love. But I appreciate that because it's taught me strength. I understand that now because it's taught me to be patient. I realise what learning that lesson has shown to me, because you're becoming the observer and you're noticing signs. So you're delivering messages and teachings from spirit. So you're receiving and deciphering the codes and the signs and the synchronicities coming from above. And you're writing this down. Maybe you're using automatic writing to connect with spirit or your guardian angel or even your higher self. Maybe you're writing things down. I feel this is getting things done. Like me, last night I was sorting things out, getting things in order. So I feel this is the feminine getting things in order, because remember, when you're in separation or when you're in the silent times, it's really preparation for what's to come. And we've got we have grown 15. So in the confusion, you've grown. So if you're confused about why they're silent or why they're quiet or distant right now, you've grown from this. And the 1 and the 5 is about a new beginning through change. So trust in this. Things are happening and they are happening now. And you've both grown. So you're saying we have grown. You're understanding this. You may be a pain in my neck, divine masculine, but you've made me grow. You are my greatest teacher. You are showing me who I am. Very powerful. And then for the journey today, we've got the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is loyalty. Someone who's very loyal. So this is showing you that you are loyal to each other. It's only the ego that says otherwise. It's only the devil that sits on the shoulder whispering fear in, which is the ego, that makes it bad, okay? Like, if he loved me, he'd be in out. If he loved me, he'd communicate with me. What if I never see him again? What if he doesn't leave his life? What if he doesn't change his life? What if he stays where he is? Okay, what if I'm going crazy? What if it's not meant to be? And that's the ego, that's fear. And that can become an obsession. So we have to move out of that energy and feel free, making a conscious choice, because the 7 of Cups is the choices you make. So make good choices. And remember, it's never about the masculine being loyal to the karmic partner, or choosing the karmic partner, or choosing a lifestyle and not choosing you. It's about them always needing to choose themselves. And this is what they're doing here. They need to choose themselves, because that will lead them to their truth, and that will lead them to their happiness, which is ultimately you. And feminines, choose you. Choose love. Choose compassion. Choose to respond with love, not react in fear. Choose to be happy and positive and joyful. Choose to see the good in things. Yesterday, some people were quite amazed. I had emails about it and how I was dealing with Father's Day. Because it was Father's Day in the UK, and for Father's Day, my dad passed away 21 years ago, and I lost my mum at the end of March. So you could say it's still quite raw, but I saw it as a beautiful blessing, because after 21 years in heaven, my dad could spend it with the love of his life. My mum and dad were reunited, and, I was blown away by the people saying that my mum and dad are twin flames. And the more I think about it, the more it makes sense, because they both endured physical pain on this journey, and they had a 21-year separation, because death cannot stop true love. As it says in The Princess Bride, all it can do is delay it for a while. And they were reunited in love. And it's not just about this physical reality. It's not about living this physical life. You are an eternal soul and you go on. And how beautiful after 21 years, and it's 2021. So it's significant that it's happening now. We've got the 9 of Pentacles, and this is the card of self-love, self-care. Remember, for the masculine, self-discipline to get things done. So this is saying focus on self right now, not in a selfish way, but in a loving way, nurturing you. And remembering the truth that when the masculines are ignoring the feminine, or, they're just sorting things out, they're protecting the feminine, because they've come here to earth to protect the feminine. And we've also got the Knight of Cups. So there is movement happening, okay? There is things happening right now. There is changes. And something just popped up at the top of my tablet, which never usually happens when I'm recording videos. And it says earn money. It's on about a charity. So this is also about giving, okay? Charity work, earning money, doing things you love to do. That's just coming through there. That's also self-love. So this is also a period right now where you can get paid for what you love to do. So in other words, a lot of you are focusing on your spiritual practices right now, changing your life, wanting to follow careers that are more in tune with who you are. And that's another reason that all this change has come into the world globally. Lockdowns, restrictions, economic changes. So we actually reevaluate our own lives and we make the changes we're guided to make and doing the things we are passionate about. So that's just come up there. So if anyone is thinking about work or changing job or wondering if you're going to be successful, you will be able to earn a living doing what you love. And that's just come through there. Also doing charity work, helping. Giving of service, giving of giving of your time. And that's going to help the masculine to move forward, because when the feminine lets go and focuses on self and love, the masculine moves towards, because there's no pressure anymore. And the masculine wants to express. And just like George said, I've done the necklaces. And he was so proud of himself for doing that. And I was proud of him for doing the work, and I was like, wow, you've just, how patient to spend 5 hours doing that. And someone commented, because I mentioned this to members, and said that's love, and it is. And whatever your masculine is doing behind the scenes for you that you can't see, that maybe you're stressing over, it's love. And then you're going to move towards you with love, and that's what he's doing here. He's coming towards you with love. And we've got here, I hate the dark duality of our connection. So you may not like the darkness, the dark times, the dark nights of the soul, but it's how you find the light. And it's how you find what's important. And that you'll always cherish each other. I will always cherish you. So feminines, your masculine is always cherishing you. Even if they're being a bit nasty to you or indifferent with you, they're cherishing you from their higher self, because they are protecting you and keeping you safe. So your journey is always protected. And yesterday we had that card coming out from the masculine. I'm so proud of you, divine feminine. And they're proud of you. They're cherishing you, and you are cherishing them. For soul purpose, we've got nature or native spirit, okay? It says support specifically intended for your soul mission is available. Commune with nature and find your way. So they're giving me the word native when I'm tapping in with that. This about primal energy, tribal energy, the nature spirits, going outdoors, go in nature. When you commune with nature, you connect with your native self, who you truly are, the primal part of you that's connected with source. So when you go outdoors, you feel more connected than ever to the divine. So you feel tapped in, tuned in, things flow, things feel better. So the support is specifically intended for you, for your soul mission, and that's available now. So the angel's saying you're never alone. You've got all the support you need. And we've also got meditation master, an innate ability to guide meditative sessions in a myriad of ways. So it says sound, movement, silence, stillness, guided mindfulness, transcendental, yoga, etc. And it's really powerful because today, and if you want to clear the air with yourself, do something relaxing. Today, the 21st, it is yoga day. Okay, because I was having a look through the Llewellyn book. Let me grab it here. Because I'm going to do a reading on Pixie Power Tarot today for Summer Solstice. And I was having a look through this. And for the June the 21st, it says strike a pose. June the 21st is International Yoga Day. So it's International Yoga Day today. So maybe you want to do some yoga if you love doing yoga. Maybe you're thinking, I want to get into yoga. Or maybe you just want to have some movement. Moving your body. So the angels say be mindful today. Be mindful about everything, because that allows you to decipher what's really going on. You are given an innate ability to guide. Okay, to guide yourself, to guide others, to help yourself out in a myriad of ways, in many, many ways. So listen to the sounds you receive. The sounds, the things you hear. Could be the sound of a car, and that's showing you movement. It could be you hear a song and it really touches your heart, or it gives you a message and a lyric. You may hear a conversation, or you may hear this reading and it resonates with you. Movement. So again, things are moving forward in the silence, in the stillness. So be gentle and kind, and understand there is a big transition. Things are transcending, things are changing. So things are happening in the quiet times. And this is really powerful because the blocking throat chakra. So if there is no communication right now, connect in the 5D. Connect through meditation. Connect through, feelings and emotions. And look at this, I can still taste you. Desire. I can still taste you. They're giving me as well there the 19. I do feel this is also an extra sign for anyone who hasn't seen their twin since 2019. Okay, if you had, if you were intimate with your twin during 2019, then they still taste you. They can still feel you and, they still desire you. I feel someone needs to know that out there. But this is a big sign about new beginnings spiritually within your connection. This is showing you that they still taste you. They are desiring you, wanting you, needing you in their life. And I just want loyal companionship. And this is completion, number 10. So if you're seeing 10, 10, 10, which is about power, it's also showing you loyalty. So the dog is about loyalty, but I feel if you're seeing 10, 10 today, or the number 10 significantly, it's about loyalty. And remember, you've got the King of Wands coming out anyway, which is about loyalty. So, this is about wanting to be together, wanting to have that relationship, that friendship, that powerful love. I just want loyal companionship. And that's really all both of you want. You just want to be loyal to each other. You just want to connect with each other. You just want to be together. And this is what's being worked out. So trust in the journey and trust in the love. I hope this helps. Have a great day. Sending you so much love on this summer solstice, and I'll see you soon.